Good morning. Welcome back to Yoga with Mom. I'm Jen and I'm happy to see you this morning. It is already in the high 80s. We're going to have another heat wave day today. Super humid and nice and hot. So we're going to get our class in early this morning, and hopefully you are nice and comfortable where you are today. I already started off having some water, and I'm going to actually have breakfast after class, so I hope you maybe had your bite to eat already today. But let's get moving. You got your comfy clothes in your nice stable chair. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, nice straight long tall back. Reaching my ear to my right shoulder, stretching that right ear down as I sit up nice and tall. Maybe I move my jaw a little bit up and down. Maybe a little side to side. Get some nice movement in my face. Very nice. Let's take a deep breath in and stretch to our other side. That left ear reaches towards our left shoulder. Remember to sit nice and tall. Deep breath in and out. And I'm going to move my jaw again this time. Up and down and side to side. All those little extra movements definitely add up. All right, let's take a deep breath. Make our way back to our right side, so our right ear goes to the right shoulder. And maybe you want to put your arm on the arm of your chair if you've got an arm of your chair, or you can just keep holding onto your lap or the side of your chair. I'm going to perch here on my chair, stretching my ear to my shoulder, reaching my left arm all the way up overhead, nice and straight and tall. Really reaching towards the sky. And I'm wiggling my fingers a little bit, just like that. You know how much I love to wiggle the fingers, because a little extra movement is super important. So I'm going to keep wiggling those fingers, keep that movement going. My ears nice and glued to my shoulders. I reach for the sky. There we go, reaching up, nice strong arm. Let's take a deep breath in and slowly bring that arm overhead. There we go. I'm stretching my arm overhead towards my right shoulder, keeping those wiggles going. Just a few more breaths. I know your arm is probably getting really tired. You're doing so good though. Really stretch. Use that elbow to pull your stretch even deeper. Exhale, and I'm going to slowly bring that arm all the way back up, wind it back down, sitting up nice and tall. Great job. Let's switch sides. My left ear goes to my left shoulder again. I'm going to plant this elbow on the chair, but do what you did on the other side. If you were holding onto the bottom of your chair or your lap, or you're on the arm of the chair like me, my ear is going to reach to my shoulder. And I'm going to slowly bring that arm up overhead, reaching towards the sky, really pressing tall, wiggling those fingers. You go, really wiggle. Keep that movement going, really wiggle those arms and fingers, get that movement going. Sitting nice and tall, remembering my nice deep breaths in. And as I exhale, I'm going to stretch my arm over my head, keeping those wiggles going. There you go. Really stretch, using that elbow to pull you over a little bit further. Really get that nice deep side stretch in. And keep wiggling. Wiggle. Very nice job. Deep breath in. And exhale. Let's do one more breath in. And then I'm going to reach that arm back up towards the sky, all the way around, and slowly round myself back up to center. Wonderful. It's a nice warm up for our shoulders. Now I want you to make sure you're sitting with your shoulders pulled nice and back. I want a nice, straight, tall spine. So you're sitting as tall as you possibly can. We're not hunched forward. I don't want your shoulders reaching to the front of the room. I want them up and back like somebody took them and pulled them back for you. There you go. Really sit up tall. I think this is something that's very important as you go throughout your day, to remind yourself to pull those shoulders up and back. We spend so much of our time slumped forward. It's negatively affecting our posture. So if you're watching TV or on your phone or on your laptop or working on your computer, try to sit up straighter. You'll definitely feel better if you start practicing that a little bit more. All right, so now let's glue that chin to our chest, sitting up nice and straight with those shoulders back. And I'm just gonna roll my head gently from side to side, side to side, back and forth, side to side. Couple more rolls, you got this, side to side. 2 and 1. Let's slowly bring our head back up. Wonderful. Now I want us to do some marching, so either hold on to your bottom of your chair, the arm of your chair, maybe arms. If you have arms on your chair, let's hold on to our arms today so we can really make sure we're sitting with our shoulders back. All right, it's easier to sit up with your shoulders back when you have your arms up higher at this angle like I've got mine right now. If you have them on the bottom of the chair, you can be intentional as well. But for me, it's easier to not have a choice and have them nice and high, you know? I'm gonna start by marching, marching, marching. Stomping my feet down, remembering to sit tall. I stomp, stomp, stomp. There's a lot of birds in the backyard today. I got a whole new bird feeder set up, so you might hear lots of extra songs today. Let's keep stomping. There we go. Lots of stomping. And it's already so hot out. My puppy, my Pyrenees, does not want to be outside anymore. She wants to go inside and get cool next to the air conditioning. But she's got to wait a few more minutes. I am busy with you. Let's keep going. We're almost done, so don't give up. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful job. All right, I'm gonna let those arms drop down, and I'm gonna sit a little bit further back on my chair, and then I'm gonna grab back onto the arms of my chair. Again, if you don't have arms, just hold on to the bottom. And from here, I'm gonna stretch my legs both out, nice and long legs, pointing my toes, and remembering to have those nice straight backs, so those shoulders drop down your back. Claire says hello. Claire, look. You see who's here? You silly girl. Well, all right, everybody else that's watching today, we're gonna point the toes and flex back. Point and flex. And we still give Claire her pets as we point and flex. Point and flex. There we go. Keep pointing and flexing. Pointing and flexing. Let's just do a few more points and flex. There we go. Now she can see everybody. Pointing and flexing. Pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing, pointing, and flexing. All right, let's bring those legs down a little bit. All right, so next I'm gonna move on to grabbing my left leg with both of my arms. All right, we're gonna do some knee circles here. So I'm gonna bring that knee up to my chest. You may notice right now my foot is not all the way planted on the ground, this right foot here. It's actually a little bit off the ground because I'm sitting, leaning a little bit backwards on my chair. If I was at the edge of my chair to the front, I would want that foot planted. But I'm leaning back right now, pulling my knee into my chest, and I'm actually even leaning all the way to the back of my chair as I do this to really stretch into my knee and my hip. Maybe I point my toes, I'm doing this a little bit. There we go, breathing in and exhale. Okay, so I'm gonna sit myself up nice and tall. I have my hands, my left hand for my left knee on my kneecap, or you can have it right behind your knee. I hold on tight with my right arm, either to the arm of the chair or the side. I'm holding on, sitting tall, and I start making circles going outwards with that knee. So I'm getting some nice leg movement. My hips here are moving. My hand is not yanking my knee, it's just guiding it. So if your pants are slippery, you might want to have your hands behind your knee. I really just have my fingertips here to guide me. They're not really doing anything, just for show. Keep my knee from going all willy-nilly. All right, just a couple more. And one, perfect. Let's interlace our fingers behind the knee, sit up nice and straight and tall. So my left leg is still off the ground, and I'm gonna kick out with my foot. I've got a flexed foot, I'm kicking out, so I'm really using all of the muscles in my leg. My hands aren't really holding my leg up. They're more like stopping it from going all the way down. There you go. So I'm using as many leg and hip muscles as I can for this movement. My arms are just, there is a barrier. I hope that makes sense to you. All right, let's just get a couple more of these in. Trying to sit a little bit straighter. And one, perfect. I'm gonna switch legs. So I'm gonna bring that right knee up to my chest and give it a nice big hug. And as always, if you can't bring it all the way up to your chest, that is perfectly fine. I want you to lift it off the ground as much as you can. Try to bring it up. When I bring it up this high, it gives me a nice hip stretch. So if you can bring yours up a little higher, it'll give you a little bit more of a stretch as well. And as always, if I wanted my hands underneath my knee, I can hug that in too. Same thing, it still does some good for me. Either way, do the best you can and find what feels good in this moment. Alrighty, deep breath in, and as I exhale, I'm gonna sit up a little straighter. My right hand goes to my right knee. My left arm's holding onto the chair to keep me balanced and stable. And I'm gonna do my circles going to the right. There you go, wonderful job. Circles, circles, circles. There we go. Ah, it's so nice and beautiful out here this morning. I love the sound of the birds, even though everybody's warming up, but we're in a bit of a heat wave here. I don't know what it's like where you are right now, but the last couple days we're in the high 90s and very humid. So by the afternoon, everything's silent because everybody's hiding out, staying cool. So I'm gonna enjoy the birdsong this morning while they're still around. All right, let's drop that knee, perfect. I'm gonna scooch a little bit forward on my chair and just wiggle my knees back and forth, side to side, going side to side together. There you go. Maybe wiggle them in the center, putting my hand in the middle so I don't bop my kneecaps into each other. Just tapping onto my hands. There we go. And let's go a little bit more side to side. Side to side, wonderful. All right, let's do one of our super fun stretches. We're gonna do our side angle. So for this one, you can put your elbow on your chair if you'd like, or if you're feeling a little extra flexible this morning, this is my favorite way to do it. I take that elbow and I lean forward to place it on that left knee. You can put it across both legs if you'd like. I try to center my elbow or my knee right here on my forearm. And then I reach my right arm up to the sky and I turn to gently look at those fingers that are reaching up to the sky. Let's push into our left arm as we reach, reach, reach. Really reaching to the sky. Deep breaths in and out. Pushing in deeper. Really stretching high. Beautiful job. Keep stretching. Keep twisting and reaching. There we go. Just a couple more breaths here. Let's slowly drop your right arm down. We're going to roll ourselves back up to seated, and I'm going to switch sides. So my right arm bends and goes to my right knee. My left arm reaches up to the sky, and I gaze up towards those fingertips. Really stretching and reaching. Really stretching that arm long. You know, really twist and stretch. Getting a little bit better, a little bit stronger as you As you push into your right elbow and you reach your left arm to the sky, we stretch a little bit more. All right, let's slowly drop that left arm down, bring ourselves back up to seated. We're gonna continue on with our stretching theme now. I'm gonna turn myself to the left. So I'm gonna grab onto the left side of my chair. Maybe one hand goes to the back of the chair if I can reach all the way. And I'm gonna use my hands to help me twist my torso. I sit up nice and tall with a nice straight, long spine, stretching and twisting. Deep breaths in and out, really stretch and twist. And every time I inhale, I gently relax a tiny bit. And then as I exhale and my lungs are emptied of all the air, I can twist a little bit further. Try it out, see how it feels for you. We got a couple more breaths here, so I'm gonna breathe in nice and deep. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more inhale, and as I exhale, I'm gonna make my way through center, and I'm gonna twist to the opposite side. So my hands are gonna grab onto the right side of my chair now. There you go, sitting nice and tall, twisting, twisting. Twisting through your back. There we go, really nice. Tall, straight, strong spines. Wonderful job, keep breathing. All right, let's make our way back to center. Wonderful job. I want you just to shimmy shake a little bit side to side. Perfect. Let's meet back together in center, and we're going to start by shrugging our shoulders here, bringing them up to our ears, dropping them down, up and down, up and down. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's bring our arms to our shoulders so we get our wings involved in the shrugging. There you go. I feel like this is a lot better of a stretch if I have my hands down. I don't get as good of a shrug. What do you think? Nice big shrug with those bird wings. There we go. Let's keep shrugging up, then down, up, then down. There you go. Keep it going. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more up, and then down. All right, let's flap them in towards center so those elbows try to touch each other. If you can reach your elbows together, be gentle. Don't smash them together too hard. I've done that a couple times, gotten a little too excited. So we're gently reaching, so we're really using those back muscles to stretch. Bringing those arms in and out, in and out. Keep it going for just a few more breaths. We're going in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and one more in and out. Fantastic. Let's do a little shake off, maybe side to side. There we go. Loosen those muscles and those backs up a little bit. All right, wonderful job. So we're almost out of time this morning, so I want us to finish up today with one of my favorite poses, and in dedication to our friends around us, we're gonna do our pigeon. It's so good for our hips and our legs and our back. It's so important that we do it, so that's why I do it so often. I plant that right foot, bring that left leg over. I've got nice flexed toes on that left foot. Maybe I wiggle my knee a little bit to wake up my hip a little bit. And I'm gonna get ready to hinge at the hips. We do that nice hinge forward. So grab onto your chair, Nice straight tall back. There you go. Deep breath in and fold yourself forward, gently folding forward down towards your lap. And if you have any pain or pinching, you sit yourself back up, readjust, and go back into your pose. There you go. Wonderful job. Deep breaths in. And as you stretch, I invite you to listen to some of the birds that are over here saying good morning to you as well. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more breath in and out. I'm going to push into my right foot, rolling myself nice and tall, and I'm going to switch sides. I drop that left leg down to the ground. My right leg comes up and over. I wiggle that knee just a couple times to loosen up my hip and get myself ready. Flex those toes, grab onto the chair, sit up nice and tall. Nice, tall, strong, beautiful pigeon. Deep breath in, and I fold down over my leg. There we go. Remembering to breathe. Now keep breathing as you slowly reach yourself closer to your knee. You're getting a tiny bit closer to the ground as you fold here. Our nice deep breaths in. And out. Deep breath in and out. Let's do one more super deep, nice breath in. And as I exhale, I'm going to roll myself slowly back up to center. Drop my right knee down, my right foot back down to the ground. And I'm going to bring my hands together in my prayer position at my heart center. Thank you so much for joining me at class today at Yoga with Mom. It is such a beautiful experience to have you here every day, and for you to be able to grow and get better, to be more flexible, maybe loosen your neck up a little bit so it's easier to look around, like when you're driving. I've heard so many wonderful positive comments so far on my classes, and it just brings me so much joy. So as long as you keep tuning in, I will keep being here. Have a absolutely beautiful best of your day. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. I'm Jen, and as always, thank you for joining me at Yoga with Mom. Bye.